So in a typical traditional accounting practice, like I don't need to explain this to you all. I mean, you all are professionals. How many of you are chartered accountants here? Practicing chartered accountants? Okay, all are practicing chartered accountants. This is great. So what are the challenges that you face in a traditional accounting practice? Like, can you all just, I want you all to be very interactive. So I'll get bored. Allocation of tasks. Data gathering, okay. Data quality. Remote access, very important. Frequent backups. Real-time updates, right. There are so many, I mean, we can just see. Complexity, data syncing, few you have already named. Less collaboration, no real-time data sync, error prone. This is the biggest, issue that chartered accountants face when, you have so many employees and there are a lot of people doing data entry. And if the software is not well equipped, then this can be an issue. And security is one more very big issue, which I keep getting from the clients, like whether this software is secure, whether should I share my credentials or not. So we'll see everything. So virtual practice, what all things would you see in virtual practice? Like this is one, paperless. What all do you expect from a virtual practice? Anybody?
Better time management.
Time management, okay.
Your live 24/7.
24/7, okay. Remote working. Optimization, great. So paperless, everybody wants a paperless office. Is anybody able to already have a paperless office in their organization right now? Great, great. Access files anytime, anywhere. So that is very important because, if you're traveling, like if you're in this event, you want to approve something, you should have it on your mobile, on the go, basically. More secured platform, that is security again, that we are talking about. Improved team collaboration. So how many of you are having a team of more than 4 or 5 people in your organization? More than 10 people? More than 20? Okay, so like team management is a task. Do you all agree? And you need a platform to, interact with your team and have a task allocation or maybe even the monitoring, approvals, those kind of things, right? Reduce labor cost. So I think if you have bigger the team, bigger the challenge, you would want that, certain things get automated so that you don't need to keep 10 people when one software can do that work, right? So virtual practice is something which can bring reduced labor cost too. Then we have, how many of you are also working with clients globally, like not only in India? Okay, yeah, we have few people. So when it's a global platform, like you need a software which is available in multiple countries. Okay, not where, you're using something here and your client sitting in Dubai or in USA would not accept this kind of a software which you are using. Maybe the reports which you are giving, they may not like that. They would want you to use another software. So something you need which is there in multiple countries, like go global, right? So what applications do you think your tech stack should have? Like we have seen what are the expectations from a virtual practice. What applications are you all using? I would want to first know that. Accounting software, I know. Anything else you all want to highlight?
Your task management software, your filing software, what do you use?
Right, document management, tax filing softwares, mailing, compliance softwares. Right. Any other software anybody is using other than these? Task management. HR. Yeah, somebody said. Time management. Right. Is anybody billing their clients on hourly basis? Yeah, many. So are you all using any software currently? Okay. So people are using these multiple softwares. But see, you must be using one software for your payroll, one software for your accounting, one software for your CRM, one software for your expenses. So is it easy to collaborate all the data and get some single report? Are you able to do that? No. So that is the biggest challenge. So you need something which gives you, everything under one roof. So we are going to discuss about the same. So this is the right tech stack that one should have. Document. We spoke about document. storage system. So this is one important aspect. Team collaboration and communication, wherein you can exchange data, you can allocate tasks to your team, right? Expanding the client base. Nobody took a name of a CRM or some software which can track your leads. So that is also one very important aspect which we as tax professionals or accountants, we don't leverage upon. Like now today you have from last 3 days we all are meeting so many people. You all must have collected so many cards, but in your busy schedule, will you bother to note them down and contact each one of them, keep a track of it, and find out when you might need them. So some software or something which will remind you that you have met these people. You can leverage upon these contacts. So this is something which you actually need. Handling client queries. So client queries, I think on your WhatsApp also client will be asking you queries, if I'm not wrong. They will send you the documents on your WhatsApp, on mail. But how many queries are we able to answer, like on a quick, because they will expect a quick response, right? So we need some channel of communication with your customers as well, wherein they can easily get in touch with you, put some comments, or even while invoicing, like if you're sending an invoice to your customer, they want to see the ledger, what is the outstanding, they want to make payments to you. So you will not keep a person to just contact clients and recover the amount, right? So some channel which is easy for them, easy for you, that is something which is very important. And again, managing books of accounts, that is your own books of accounts, which I'm sure everybody has in software for this, but collaborating everything into one software is what we are talking about. So these are the modules, like CRM, that is for onboarding and nurturing the clients. Books is your end-to-end accounting. You have expense, this is for managing your expenses. So I'm not sure many of you are aware of this or not. Like you must be having your employees traveling for audits, like day-to-day traveling also, and plus outstation audits, right? So how do you track whether each and every expense bill has been recorded, and you have whatever amount you have reimbursed is correct or not? Like how do you keep a control over it?
We have it in our task management software itself.
Great. You have a software. So there is a software which takes care of that. When you have a team of maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 people, it becomes difficult. If it's 5 to 10 people, you might have an Excel sheet. Somebody will be there to check it and approve it. But when your size will grow, it was not practically possible to actually sit down and approve those. So expense management software will help you, wherein your team can just scan the bill and put it. So we'll see in detail, but I just wanted to touch upon it. Then payroll, yeah. Payroll software, I think few people have used. So to process the payrolls, the tax compliances, the tax calculations of your employees, PF, ESIC, those things will be there. And lastly, analytics. So Excel is better, or your dashboards are better? What is better? So this is something which will give you data from all these modules, and even outside any data source, basically not within Zoho, any outside data source also you can use to create your own dashboards. So like we will just see into each one of them now. So Zoho CRM. So this is one example for you. You can see the dashboards, like there are various dashboards, industry-wise comparator or revenue targets. So this basically you can design the way you want it. This is just a sample. A lot of templates are already available and you can actually play with the data the way you want. So let's see what features are there in CRM which are going to help basically you as a practitioner. Prioritize, track and monitor the prospects. So like I will just give an example of this event itself. Today you have maybe collected 100, 200 cards. Okay, you will not be able to actually sit yourself punching the data in one software. Maybe you can just give it to any one of your team member, or if you have a business development person, that person can just punch in all the entries in CRM, and you can tell them that, build a stack wherein every day you get a reminder to contact maybe 10 people. You speak to them, maybe send your profiles to them online, schedule meetings. You have other than these 5 applications, you have 40 plus applications which can help you to, maybe send them an email directly or schedule meetings, having a calendar invites and all. So using those, you can actually connect with every people. You can, put up hot, cold or warm inquiry. You must have seen in this Wakova app also. Something like that you will be able to do in this as well. Comment on client's profile with colleagues. Like how many of you have partners, like not an individual practice, partnership firms? How many partners? More than 2, 3, 4, 5 partners, 10 partners, right? How is it possible to communicate with each one of them one-to-one basis or face-to-face basis on a daily basis? It's not possible practically, because each one is expert in some different area. Or if you want to communicate, you might send a mail. So using CRM, you can actually pass on the task, or you can just communicate that, this is some lead which has come to me. It is basically in your forte. You can handle this. So something like that, you have an example here that you can speak to them, right? Sync CRM web forms and your site inquiries. So basically, this is where you design a form. Like you want to capture some data. Like for example, I will just give you what we have done. When somebody contacts me that, I want to implement Zoho. So I will just send him a link of a form which captures all the data that I want to give him a proposal, right? So I need not sit and discuss with them separately that, how much is your volume or what is your industry, how many employees. These are the basic questions which anybody would easily give you the data. So you can just send out a form, and based on that form, everything will be recorded in CRM for your reference to give them an estimate basically, right? Then you have created everything in CRM. But now if you are using a different accounting software, say XYZ accounting software, maybe cloud or not cloud, but you will definitely have to create that client's ledger, put in all their information. So CRM will transfer all the information once you select that lead as a converted client, right? So it will speak to Zoho Books. It will pass on entire data from CRM to Books. And not only that, if you have created an estimate in CRM, the same estimate will be transferred to Books, and you can automate to that level that an invoice is generated and it is being mailed to the client. So that automation is also available. And of course, reports. So CRM is a very customizable software wherein you can basically build your own modules. You can create your own dashboards. So 40 plus reports are already available. So this is something which you can have a look at. Fine. So now I come to Books, which is very important for all of us. So this is a Zoho Books dashboard. It has a standard dashboard. If we need a customized one, then Zoho Analytics can be used. So Zoho Books, basically, we all spoke about the, saving your documents. So accounting, this Zoho Books is going to make it complete paperless, because you have an option to save attachments in each of the entries, right? So I'll just give you an example. Like if you have a bill, any expense bill, you just have to scan it. And once you scan it and save it in the data like in the document section, you will be able to create an entry. So side by side, you receive, like if you see here, you can make folders like invoices, expenses, purchases, asset purchase. You can create folders and start saving there. And from there, you can associate it to a bill, associate to a sales invoice, associate to an asset. And you will be able to see like to which, bill entry it is associated. So basically for audit purpose also it is great. Like if your clients are using Zoho, you can do audit without visiting their office, because each and every document will be saved on Zoho itself. And it also has an audit trail feature. So you can see the entire history, who has deleted, edited, and which users have done that, everything you can see. Then we have interdepartmental collaboration with colleagues. So this is the contextual chat, which is very handy. Like you can chat with your colleagues on the transactions. Like if you want to send a message to your colleague that, this invoice is pertaining to you, you can just look after it. So that chat facility is available. Global compliance under one roof. So these are the certifications which Zoho has already taken. Recently, the Kenya and Mexico version has been launched. So they are expanding their, in different countries now. Real-time client interaction. So this is what I was talking about, the vendor and customer portal. So in this, what happens is your customer and your vendor can actually have an access of their own invoices, their own ledgers. They can download their ledgers. If you have sent them an estimate, they can approve the estimate like you see in this screenshot. And they can, if they want to reject, they can reject and put some comment like, this is, I want to add something to this scope, or this is the discount that I'm expecting. So those things they can do. And this is the communication channel wherein, small things you don't need to, call and connect and send mails. It can happen right on the go on Zoho. Effortless bank reconciliation. So how many of you are doing accounting also? Like, then people might be practicing in different areas, but I think accounting work, each one of you must be involved. So you all know that bank entries sometimes runs into hundreds, 200 pages, right? And you need people to do that data entry manually. Import options are available nowadays in a lot of softwares. But if you have to do it on day-to-day basis, you generally do it manually. So with Zoho Books, you have two options. Either you import using Excel or PDF option. And secondly, you sync with second option is you sync your bank accounts. So more than 700 banks can be synced with Zoho. So entire entries will come. You just have to categorize. Like you have to say where it will be debited or credited. So this is basically very easy because you can see here in this example that this amount is received. It will show you a possible match. If you have a corresponding bill or invoice, it will show you a possible match. So there is no chance of, missing out or taking a lot of time. It saves immense amount of time. And other than that, if you are using connected banking, once you make the payment, see, generally for making the payments, you will log into your bank account. You will do an NEFT, IMPS, okay? After doing that, it will reflect in your bank account. Then you will do a bank entry. So this entire process is just not to be done. You just go to the bills. You select maybe multiple bills or single bill, or you can pay an advance amount to your, vendors. And entry will also happen and the bills will also be closed and your payment is also done. So all the things will happen simultaneously with a single click. And it is, this feature has been used by a lot of our clients and they have actually shifted their banks. Like they have shifted to the partnered banks just to use this feature. And like it has saved immense amount of time for them. Like they have stopped writing checks. So banking, like this is one of the favorite features and, it has been saving clients' time also. And if you are using yourself, it will save your time. Then project tracking. So as we saw in the beginning, I asked that how many of you are billing your clients hourly basis. So how do you keep a track of it? Like if you have a task management or some software, then I think that will be easy. But otherwise, if your clients ask you, why is this much you have charged me? So you should have some data. So within Zoho Books, you have a small portion of project management wherein your team can log in the time, what tasks they have done. Basically, like if somebody is doing some audit or maybe some certifications work or some vouching verification. So you can put those tasks and this data you can mail it to this data you can send it to your client, and once they approve, you can send them the invoice. So basically, it will be a seamless process that, clients will also not have any questions and you also are giving them complete transparency about the work that you have been doing.
One question on that.
Yeah.
So basically, as I said, we have to give access to our staff to enter the time.
Yes.
So each one of them will be counted as one user. So if I have a team of 10, so I need to take a subscription for 10 plus admin.
Yes.
Okay. Even though I just use them access only to timesheet, I still need to take them as users.
So like see, Zoho is having a lot of bundles. So you can use that particular version, like if you are using Elite version or Ultimate version, they are giving up to 25 users. And if 4-5 users more, you can use an add-on, user add-on. So that will not be that much expensive if you have to add 1 or 2 users.
You can have the access control. Just give them the timesheet access, but yes, as a user, you have to have them. Yes.
Yes. Within Zoho Books itself, you have 70 plus reports, which are more than sufficient to actually, view your entire accounting data. And if you need something extra, then analytics is something which you can use for your clients and for yourself as well. Yeah.
You also have project tracking based on job-wise reports for revenue and expenses?
Yeah, so like I'll just go back to the previous slide. So this is a profit and loss. If you have added project, if you have selected project in that particular transaction, then you will be able to filter out the P&L selecting that particular project. Okay, there is one more concept, reporting tags, through which you can have a filtered reports. He was asking.
My question is, only if we have hourly billing, it is suggested to use this project tracking, or even if we just want to know the cost of each activity, this should be helpful to us.
For the project cost also you can use, like, see, there are four types. In detail, if you want, we can explain it to you separately. But to track your total cost towards that project, you can use that. And even for this, filtering out the reports, you can tag the projects. Like if you are working simultaneously on, say, 15 projects, all the invoicing, you can tag that project so that you get a P&L for each and every project.
Thank you.
So moving ahead, we saw books. Now we will speak about Zoho expense. So this is basically a dashboard of Zoho expense wherein, you have some people maybe traveling, you need to approve their trips or you need to reimburse them. So for that, you can use this expense management tool. So the basic features, like your employees can simply scan the bill. If they have been on a long audit, outstation audit, they can scan all the bills. They can send it for approval. Maybe if you have a manager or an HOD who is looking after that audit, that manager can approve and then the partner can approve. And only after they approve, your finance team can reimburse that to the employees. Even you can have basically policy management. So that point is already there. Multi-level approval, as I said, you can have 2, 3, 4 multi-level approvals for that. So this way you can actually configure for you based on your hierarchy. You can deposit reimbursements directly to the bank. So if you are using connected banking, you can directly pay them using Zoho expense itself. Like you don't need to separately transfer it to them. And ensure policy compliance. So maybe I'm sure many of the bigger firms might be having policies that, for manager, this is the limit. For articles, this is the limit. And for employees, this is a particular expense limit. So if somebody is claiming beyond that, it will not be approved. Basically, they will not be able to punch in only. So you can set those controls. So ultimately, it is going to, save your time by giving you reports and save your time in checking each and every small details in Excel sheets. So payroll. So basically, you can add your employees' entire database, like all their banking details and their CTC details, TDS, PF, ESIC, all those details you can add for whatever is applicable to them. You can run their pay runs on monthly basis based on the attendance. So payroll, a common question is whether attendance can be recorded. So you can manually put attendance. If you want a higher level feature where you want a biometric integration, or if you want to have a track of leaves and all, then you can use Zoho People, which is a very advanced version with a lot more features in it, and that is also integrated with Zoho Books. So that you can use for this. So let us look at the features. So automated payroll processing. Here also your bank accounts can be used directly to process salaries. And one more very important thing, like if you have 50 employees, the accounting entry is also something which may be, an issue. So from Zoho Payroll, the entries will automatically be posted in your books of accounts. You need not pass a single, salary payable entry or a payment entry. Everything will be automatically done in Zoho Books. Okay. Straightforward statutory compliance. So all these compliances are already there. As I said, you can have you can take declarations from your employees, and at the year end, they can save their tax proofs in this software itself. So they have an employee self-service portal from which they can download their salary slips. They can see if you have given them any loan, they can see what is the balance amount in the loan, what is the amount of reimbursement, whatever details are relating to that particular employee, he will be able to see. Right? This is what I was talking about. So he can see what were the previous salaries, what is their increments, all those things they can see here. Even Form 16, a draft version, they will be able to see from here. And if you have given any loan, you can set a command that, deduct every month so much amount. You can say 6 installments or 12 installments. So system will automatically run the pay run in that particular fashion. And these are the reports which are standard reports which are already available. So if your PF, ESIC filings of the client is being done by somebody else, or you want to have that ECR report, this is already available here. Right? Yeah, so Zoho Payroll, Zoho Expense, Zoho Books, Zoho CRM, all 4 are closely integrated. Whatever data is been punched in Expense, Payroll, everything gets transferred to Zoho Books. So those entries you don't have to manually pass. It will automatically come, and you can see the data source also from where it has come, those entries. Now coming to analytics, actually I have covered the analytics, I think, entire part throughout the session. So you can combine all the modules, all the 40+ applications, you can bring in the data in analytics. This is a sample dashboard. You can have multiple such dashboards, and you can schedule reports, send it to your management. You can create different layouts. Like if you want to drill down, like somebody just asked that I want to see what is the line items in this particular. You can drill down from this dashboard itself. Yeah, so you can have customizable dashboards. You can share everything. I think I have covered all of it. So this is what I had in store for you. Any questions if you all have? See, I would be glad to answer, because I have been with Zoho from last 6 years as a partner, and it has actually saved a lot of time for me as well as my clients. Like my clients have given, they have referred to so many people that you should use, because writing checks is not something which we should be doing right now if we have such wonderful functionalities available in this software. So I'm open for questions.